If you don't have a lot of cash but still want to get the best affordable smartphones this 2021, then I have a list for you. There are many great options out there in the market if you know where to look at. The budget on this list will be under 10,000 pesos so that you won't have to pay a lot to get the best. So here are the best budget smartphones that you can buy this 2021. Starting off on the list, we have the Infinix Hot 10s. The Hot 10s is one of the best affordable smartphones on this list. It's a great choice for mobile gamers on a tight budget, as it is able to play games smoothly without any problems. It has a 6.8-inch 90Hz IPS LCD display, which is a standard size for a smartphone in 2021. It is encased in a plastic body with a glass front. The phone is powered by a MediaTek Helio G85 octa-core CPU, 6GB of RAM, and 128GB of storage. It has 4G LTE and Android 11 out of the box. When it comes to cameras, the phone has a triple camera setup at the back, which houses a 48MP main, a 2MP depth sensor, and an unknown third camera. At the front, it has an 8MP camera, which is standard in this price range. The phone features a massive 6000 mAh battery, a fingerprint sensor, a headphone jack, and expandable storage. The Hot 10s is priced around 6,000 pesos, which is a great deal considering its specs. If you want an affordable phone that can run your games smoothly with specs that you can find from phones that cost twice as much, then this phone is for you. Fourth on the list, we have the Xiaomi Redmi 9T. It won't be a budget smartphone list without mentioning a Xiaomi phone. The Redmi 9T is one of Xiaomi's best affordable smartphones available in the market. It has a 6.5-inch IPS LCD display, which is protected by a Corning Gorilla Glass 3. It has a plastic body and glass front. The phone is powered by a Snapdragon 662 octa-core CPU, 6GB of RAM, and 128GB of storage, which brings decent performance especially for gaming. The phone supports Android 10 and it also has LTE connectivity. The phone features a quad camera setup consisting of a respectable 48MP main, 8MP ultra-wide, 2MP macro and depth sensor with an 8MP selfie camera. It comes with a large 6000 mAh battery with 18 watts of fast charging, which is great enough to last you a day or two. It also has a headphone jack and a fingerprint sensor. The Redmi 9T is a decent performer of Xiaomi's lineup of affordable phones. It has decent specs to handle much of your work without losing performance and has a big battery size that can last a long time. Third on the list, we have the Realme Narzo 30A. This budget smartphone aims to give users the best gaming processor and large battery with an affordable price. It has a 6.5-inch IPS LCD display and the phone has a plastic body and glass front. The main highlight on this entry-level phone is the MediaTek Helio G86 octa-core CPU, which can be found on most mid-range smartphones. It has 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. It runs on Android 10 and has LTE support. The cameras on this phone are not really great. It only has a 13MP main, a 2MP depth sensor at the back, with an 8MP selfie camera. But it redeems itself by having a 6000 mAh battery and 18 watts fast charging. The phone also comes with a headphone jack and a fingerprint sensor. The Narzo 30A may not have the greatest cameras since it is only an entry-level phone, but it does come with a decent performance for its price. It is fairly the same as the Realme Narzo 20, so if you're interested in it, go check it out. Second on the list, we have the Lenovo K12 Note. Lenovo's comeback in the Philippines is made even better with the K12 Note thanks to its near-stock Android OS, powerful specs, and wallet-friendly price tag. It has a 6.5-inch IPS LCD display, which is expected in this price range. It also has a plastic body and glass front. The phone comes with a Snapdragon 662 octa-core CPU, which is decent for gaming. It also has 4GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. It runs on Android 10 and it has 4G LTE support. It has a decent camera setup with a 48MP main, 2MP depth sensor and macro, with an 8MP front camera. It features a 6000mAh battery paired with a 20W fast charging. This phone might last you a long time before charging again. It also comes with a headphone jack and a fingerprint sensor. The K12 Note is a decent device for its price. With a fast processor, fast RAM, large battery, and very decent cameras, it is a great pick for those who are in a budget. Lastly on the list, we have the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10. The Redmi Note 10 is a great deal if you are looking for a cheap mid-range smartphone. For less than 10,000 pesos, you get an amazing display, a very fast processor, great cameras, and long battery life. It has an amazing 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display, which helps save more battery out of the phone. It is protected by a Gorilla Glass 3. The phone is powered by a Snapdragon 678, 6GB of RAM, and 128GB of storage. This phone can handle mostly everything you can throw at it. It runs on Android 11 and has LTE support. The cameras on this phone are great with a 48MP main, 8MP ultra-wide, 2MP macro and depth sensor, with a 13MP front camera. It features a 5000mAh battery with 33W fast charging, which will charge the battery 50% in 25 minutes and 100% in 75 minutes. The phone also has USB Type-C, a headphone jack, and a fingerprint sensor. The Redmi Note 10 is truly a great phone to get this 2021 for its mid-range specs and affordable price. That is all for the list of the best budget smartphones that you can buy this 2021. If you have any thoughts and questions, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you again on the next video.